Now, as we talked about earlier, Nate, Steve Austin is going to be at WrestleMania and in the ring with Kevin Owens on the
Mhm.
Kevin Owens show or
Yeah.
whatever.
O
That's good.
Owens cut a hell of a promo last night.
Sure did, sure did, and he's built it up perfectly. And I like
Yeah.
Steve's thing that he sent in, but isn't it a bit predictable? I mean, don't we know what's going to happen?
I don't know what, if even, I'm sure you and I think it's predictable, but for the fans out there, just the fact that Steve's going to be on the show and going to hear that sound, breaking glass and everything. I'm one of Austin's biggest fans.
Oh no, me too. And predictable can be good. I don't
Yeah.
have a problem with predictable in this case, but he's gonna stun Owens, drink some beers, and celebrate with the crowd. That's what he's gonna do, and there's
Mhm.
nothing wrong with that. But I think we know.
I don't know what they're going to do, but I would assume that he'll be drinking some beer. And if he is, I hope I'm invited.
Yeah, no kidding. Me too.
Yeah.
But are you surprised? See, I am not surprised he's not doing a match. I don't think Steve's ever going to do another match. I just don't think he wants to.
Well, I don't know that it's not a question. I think he wants to, beyond a shadow of a doubt. It's a health issue. I mean, if he could wrestle, people forget he retired at age 39.
Right.
I mean, it was somebody, and I didn't. That he made me aware of that a couple of years ago. And I'm about 39. God, how much was left on the table for Steve Austin? And look at after all these years, he's so revered. What else? What more can you say?
Well, maybe that's part of it. Maybe, he left them wanting more. I mean, clearly, if it wasn't for the injury, he would have, like you said, gone a lot longer. But again, I, there's pros and cons either way. I'm kind of vacillating either way. I'd love to see him do another match, but I understand the value in not. And like you said, the health reasons.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't talked to him, so I don't want to say anything that's not accurate. But I assume that I would assume that Steve Austin could wrestle. He already looks like him. Steve stays in good shape physically. He looks like $1,000,000. But I assume if he could wrestle, he'd be wrestling full time.
Do they still need John Cena at Mania? Do they need one more boost?
No.
Think they're fine the way it is?
Yep. I mean, I'd love to see John, but I don't think they need him. No.
Well, I think they have two great main events, and I think that's the sum and substance of WrestleMania. I mean,
Yeah.
Mage, this sounds very old school.
Well,
One of
John is so wrapped up in Hollywood now and doing so well. I mean, he's in South America right now for a couple months. So, that's a big sacrifice and a big commitment when you start doing the acting full time. So I don't know that John, yeah, if I asked John how he felt after his last match, and you take all that time off, it's hard to get yourself back in the kind of shape that you want to be in to be who you've been. That's my problem. I could never get myself back to where I was. Even against Shawn, people thought that was a hell of a match, but it was Shawn Michaels carrying me. I mean, I know I've said it to you before, but if I had the same feeling when I got done after the match, it could have been 10 times better. But anyway,
I think you underestimate your role in that, and indeed in the latter part of your career. But I do get it. And you've often said there's a difference between being in shape and being in ring shape. It's
exact,
vastly different.
absolutely.
What are the differences?
The pace, muting all the cardio in the world. It's not like getting in a ring in front of 50,000 people and, nervous and sweating. And, I mean, when I was at the top of my game, I didn't think about anything. I was worried. But once you've had any kind of a self-confidence issue, it's very difficult to swing that back around. And I did that. I had at a young age, and it came and it went away. Then I got it back again. And for various reasons, I just never, ever got back on my feet. I
Well,
mean, if I'd started the match with Taker in 2018, at WrestleMania 18, if I'd started the match like I ended it, it would have been 10 times better.
I thought that was great. I thought the HBK match was great, and I think WrestleMania is going to be great, like we've been saying, because
Oh,
it
I
has
do too.
a legendary main event on each night. But I do want to ask you one more question.
Next week, Evil airs.
What do you mean?
You ever seen the previews of Evil?
No.
The WWE series on the best on the best bad guys of all time.
Oh, I did see that. Yeah, you're in it, right?
Oh
Obviously.
yeah, oh yeah.
Does this signify a thawing of the relationship, or
Oh, I don't know what it means, but I've seen mine. We'll see what everybody else has got.
well,
I wish I could play a clip of it on the podcast.
well, how is that a series or is it one show or what? What
It's
is
one show.
Evil?
All they all drop the 24th. I think is it 6 or 8 of this?
Okay, so it's a series that you can
Is it?
binge watch.
You can binge watch it. Yes, and then
Comes out at one time. Well, I would assume that you're the most evil of them all.
well, I've seen some of my shit. If they can follow that, good luck. It's been a long time in the can.